Well, we're very elated to have another home game this year. Well, it's a home game, but at the same time, you have to take into consideration that we still have to come out on the day and play in order to win that tie. So we have to come out here and work hard as a team and put out every effort that we can in order to come with the victory.
We look forward to it. It's always great playing in the St. John Valley in Aroostook County, and our fan support's great here. So we're looking forward to a huge crowd on Saturday to come support the Bengals.
Senior Andre Anderson will cap off his phenomenal career with another national playoff appearance. He claimed the Sunrise Conference Offensive Player of the Year award again this year and says the team is trying to stay focused.
You have to create your own luck and you have to make your own destiny. So in the game, we have to concentrate on the now, which coach has taught us, which is no opportunities wasted. So we have to try our best to live up to that and try our best just to get it over in the 90 minutes.
The UMFK men have not lost a regular season game in 3 years and have outscored their opponents 120-3 this season. Junior Spencer Jacoby says the team has dedicated itself to trying to make it to Alabama and to get rid of last year's sour taste of losing in the opening round.
We all just came together a little bit closer after last year's loss in the national qualifier. It just gave us that little bit more motivation to go on and get more success. Having felt that loss, it just drove us on to do better.
There are 7 seniors on this year's squad, and Ashby says they're trying to stay focused.
Very determined bunch of individuals this year. I have 7 seniors, and they don't want to end their careers at home with a loss. So they want to go as deep as they can in the tournament. Very determined, and they're expecting big things from themselves.
The snow was falling, but the Bengals were ready. A game that started out physical with some hard tackles, setting the tone for the entire match. But it was one hard tackle from behind on Spencer Jacoby that would get the ball rolling for UMFK. Off the free kick, a set piece served up nicely by Luka Odak for Keith Williams, who flicked it in for the 1-0 lead just over 10 minutes into the game. And once the ball was rolling, it seemed like UMFK was going to have an easy day ahead of them. 5 minutes later, a gorgeous shot by freshman Amin El Mumin made it 2-0 Bengals. Kevin Dion added the third goal of the half from a Jermaine West cross, and things seemed to be all Bengals with little threat from the stunned St. Thomas Bobcats, who struggled to create quality chances. But an unexpected shot from way out with under 3 minutes to play in the half put St. Thomas on the board. The Bengals went into the half with a 3-1 lead, seemingly in control, but it would be a very different second half, with St. Thomas starting to show signs of life. Pierre Serafin snuck another one by UMFK to cut the game to within 1 goal, with 30 minutes still to play. The emotion of St. Thomas players showed renewed life, and with momentum shifting, it would be UMFK that would have to stave off an attacking Miami squad for the remainder of the game. Attack after attack was met well defensively by the Bengals. As the clock wound down, it was a raucous crowd, a sense of satisfaction from UMFK players, and a disappointed St. Thomas squad after a late run left them just short. And the UMFK Bengals hold on for a dramatic 3-2 win, one that came with a sense of redemption.
It's awesome because we disappointed our fans last year, and the community of Fort Kent is always behind us, and to give them a win today, it's awesome.
Of course, the win came with a little more sense of relief than was expected after such a strong first half of play, as UMFK watched St. Thomas pick up momentum and make it much closer than was probably desired.
Seriously, I was scared. I was scared at once, and it was hard to see that they're coming back fast like that, but we have a strong defense to keep them out of here.
You know, national playoff game, you can never take your foot off the gas. You got to play the full 90 minutes, and we might have relaxed a little bit, but St. Thomas, give them credit. They fought back, they fought through the elements, and they scored 2 pretty goals on us today.
For Ashby, this win was the 300th of his career, one he had to do without the senior leadership of Andre Anderson, who sat out, still recovering from a high ankle sprain suffered last weekend. Now the focus shifts to getting healthy for Alabama.
Yeah, we got to get healthy. You know, we played without our all-time leading goal scorer today, Andre Anderson, and Keith Williams picked up a hamstring pull. So we're going to spend the next 7 days getting healthy, getting ourselves off to Mobile, Alabama, and see if we can't go deep in the tournament.
But today, it's all about enjoying a great victory at home.
Any win is great in the playoffs, and to see the boys gut one out and grind one out and win 3-2 at home, it's a really satisfying experience.
The University of Maine Fort Kent men's soccer team, they have 7 seniors on the squad, and what a legacy for the group. During their 4-year career, they didn't lose a regular season game. The 7 seniors on the team include Luka Odak from Croatia, along with 6 players from Jamaica.
No, I was pretty skeptic my first 7 days at UMFK, and then when other guys came, we started to building this team, and this last 4 years, I can say it's pretty much the best 4 years in my life.
Andre Anderson of Jamaica is the school's all-time leading scorer and says that it's been a phenomenal 4 years.
Yes, soccer has done a lot for me through my lifetime. The first time I traveled was because of soccer. And since I've been here, I've been probably through and through a lot, 15 states or even more than that. So there's been a lot of cultural differences in each state, but you have to appreciate each one as you go along.
The 7 seniors on the team are true leaders, and they make sure that it is a family.
Definitely, we are a family. We are from all over. We are from Jamaica, Canada, South Africa, US. We come together, we bond as a unit, we play as a team.
3 straight years in the national championship for the team.
It's a great feeling again. I didn't really get to play the full 4 years because I had an injury, but I had to shake that off and move on from it, and we made it. I came to my 2nd national this one.
It was a huge change for many players on this team. They had never seen snow or cold weather until they went to Fort Kent.
For the first year, it was kind of hard to adapt the culture shock and all that, but the people there is nice, and they make it actually easier for us to blend in and all that, so it's good.
For many members of this team, they've been together since the age of 14.
It's really, really special. We've been coming from very far. From age 14, we have met. A few of us traveled to Norway. So we pretty much know each other, and it's special. You can see it in the way we play.
And none of the players on the squad say that they would change this experience for anything.
It's all about Coach Bill Ashby. He does his yearly recruits, and I guess we were one of the outstanding players that catches his eyes. So, we get a package, we accept it, and we're here.
UMaine Fort Kent will play in the Sweet 16 on Tuesday. If they win Tuesday, they'll play in the Elite 8 on Wednesday. Reporting from Orange Beach, Alabama, I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource Sports. It's more than just soccer for NAIA teams. The University of Maine at Fort Kent was one of 3 teams that attended a senior center for their Champions of Character program. The Champions of Character program has been going on for over 15 years through the NAIA. This is a chance for athletes to give back to their communities.
Rene, it's a program to teach the young men and women of NAIA sports how to be servant leaders, how to give back to the community, how to appreciate what you have, and really to pay it forward. And it's a great program. It really gives the opportunity for the student athletes to work with different groups around the communities of the country. And it allows the NAIA to put their name into schools and different organizations, and it's a great character building program for student athletes.
Jared Phillips of South Africa says that it's quite important for him to be involved in this program. He's involved in the local level with elementary school students, and today spent time with senior citizens.
Senior citizens is very important. I mean, they're the ones who want to come out here, meet them. We can't just come out here, play soccer, and it's not just a holiday. So I think we're doing a great job. I think it's very necessary that we come out here and just do our fair share of community service to the people out here.
Andre Anderson of Jamaica is the UMaine Fort Kent Champion of Character. Not only is the team's all-time leading scorer, but also gets involved in the community.
It basically comes natural to me to try to give back, even if it's in the elementary schools, in the homes, or any of that. It's all about being a human being also. So, you try to do the best you can to be a good human being, not just for the people around you, like on your soccer team, but also people in the community, and they really appreciate that.
And for many of these players, it's a chance to continue what they've been doing for years, working with both seniors and with youngsters. Reporting from Orange Beach, Alabama, I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource 8. The University of Maine Fort Kent men's soccer team having one more practice today before they get ready for their game on Tuesday in the Sweet 16. There are 3 local players on the UMaine Fort Kent team who have all made contributions over the last 2 years. Sean Parker of Madawaska, Russ Mortland of Presque Isle, and Shane Terrio of Fort Kent all had outstanding high school soccer careers. They're now a member of one of the most successful soccer teams in the state of Maine.
The success at Madawaska High School was good, but it's not comparable to this. I mean, now we're at the national level playing with like amazing athletes, incredible talent and skill, and we're seeing the best soccer every day. And it's just, if you had asked me 3 years ago if I thought I was going to be here, chances are I probably wouldn't have said yeah. So it's a good opportunity, and it's nice to be out here.
Mortland was one of the top players in Class B during his senior season. He helped lead the Wildcats to the Eastern Maine Championship, but he says this is a whole different ball game.
It's an experience. I mean, in Maine, coming from obviously smaller high schools, you're not going to really get a big chance to play on a big team like this, but especially in Fort Kent, it's a small town, and all the players that are there, I mean, all internationals. There's only 3 Americans on the team. So it's a great opportunity to play with different cultures, different styles of soccer, and I feel like it's made me a better player for sure.
Shane Terrio of Fort Kent has also stepped up his game. He played for the Warriors in high school, moved across the street, and is now playing for UMFK, and he says his game continues to evolve.
Like last year I came in and I wasn't anywhere near the caliber of the players on this team, but just practicing with them every day and working hard every single day, you get a lot better. You get a lot better.
Players from the United States, Canada, Croatia, along with South Africa, Trinidad, Tobago, and Jamaica. It's all a melting pot, and they've come together at UMFK.
Exactly. This group has come together, and on Facebook they call each other family, and they refer to their other teammates as family members, and it's really come to a really cohesive bunch of young men this year, and it's been a fun experience.
Reporting from Orange Beach, Alabama, I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource Sports. From the white stuff of Aroostook County and Fort Kent, Maine, to the white stuff in Alabama. From the snow to the warm and the white tropical sandy beaches. That's what the University of Maine Fort Kent men's soccer team is dealing with for the next few days. Earlier today, the players got a chance to relax a little bit, take to the white beaches, play a little beach volleyball, a little soccer, get a little wet in the water, and just enjoy a beautiful day.
It's beautiful here in Alabama, extremely different in comparison to Fort Kent. I mean, leaving out of all that snow coming here, oh, it's just it's a big difference, and it's awesome.
Several of the players on UMFK team are from Jamaica, and they said this is a chance for them to show the people on the team what the beaches in Jamaica are like.
It is wonderful for some of the guys who haven't really had an experience like this, for us to be able to share it with them so they can have an idea of what we are used to having in Jamaica or in the Caribbean on a whole. So it's really good to be here with them, and so they can enjoy it as well.
And the players were big kids on the beach and in the Gulf, but they all had one thing in mind, and that's to take care of business also.
This trip is all about business, but what's the sense in having the focus of business with not a little bit of pleasure? You got to mix it a little bit and keep the minds open, and we're ready for this, But it's all about business. We're going to take care of business so Fort Kent can be proud of us.
Reporting from Orange Beach, Alabama, I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource Sports. It was a warm, windy day at the start of the game at Orange Beach, Alabama, but by the end of the contest, it was cold, blustery, and rainy. The wind did play a factor in the game between the University of Maine Fort Kent and Grandview University. UMFK had the wind in the first half. They had an excellent opportunity to score in the first 5 minutes of the game. Andre Anderson with a free kick, but it ends up just wide, still no score. But Grandview University scores about 8 minutes later, and it comes off a corner kick as Per Paulson puts it into the net, 14:45 into the game, and that made it 1-0 for Grandview University. That was the only goal of the first half. In the second half, Grandview added 2 more goals, one by Noah Acosta and the other by Danny Mullins. The final in this game, Grandview University stops the University of Maine Fort Kent 3-0.
Good ball crossed in, and our big man, Big Pear, we call him, nice. I don't think it was a bicycle. It's more kind of a side volley. He struck that well, and believe it or not, we kind of practice those sorts of things. So you're right. It did set the tone, and I think the team that scores first settles down a little bit quicker and starts to get into their own rhythm. So that definitely helped us.
When you come to a level like this, you play high-level teams. You have to play at their level, and unfortunately, we didn't take advantage of the opportunities we had today, and we paid the price for it. But one game doesn't define a season or a career. Great season for this group of young men, and a great 4-year career for our 7 seniors. So we did well this year, finishing in the top 16 is not a bad accomplishment, and we'll go on from here.
University of Maine Fort Kent men's soccer coach Bill Ashby says this group of 7 seniors have definitely left a legacy in Fort Kent.
It is. It's tough to lose good people you've had for 4 years, and they've come a long ways. They've developed as players, they've developed as human beings, as students, and it's been a joy to have all 7 for 4 years.
It was a phenomenal 4 years for the 7 seniors at UMaine Fort Kent. Their season came to an end earlier today, but their legacy will continue. I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource Sport. It's been over 7 months since the Gulf oil spill, and some cleanup continues in the Gulf Shores Orange Beach area. And while the temperatures might be dropping, that's not keeping people away from the beaches in Alabama. Both local people along with tourists are hitting the beaches each and every day, and that while cleanup might be going on just half a mile or less away.
Now what we're doing is we have some puddling out in the Gulf, and so we're actually going in and we're going 18 to 25 inches deep, and we're actually going down and picking up the bigger chunks, cleaning that up, and then putting it back on the sand.
The oil spill was devastating to areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. That includes the Orange Beach Gulf Shores area, which saw a huge drop in tourism.
We were down about 40% over what we did last year, or we did the year before. And that's dramatic for us. Obviously, it's dramatic. But it's one of those things where it is what it is, and we are now working very, very hard to get the beaches back in shape and to get ready to welcome our snowbirds this winter.
And officials have been in touch with snowbirds to let them know that the area is still a perfect place for them to live in the winter.
We sure don't. We don't want to lose our snowbirds. In fact, one of the things we're talking to the snowbirds about is they love mechanical stuff. And the guys will be down on the beach, I'm sure, directing the machines on where they should go, how they should do it, how they cleaned up.
There are several vacation destinations throughout the South, and over the last decade or so, the Orange Beach Gulf Shores area is beginning to get attention.
And it's a little undiscovered spot that really only started to take off about 10 years ago. And so we're a little known destination, but one of the things that I think is really important is that we have about a 70 to 72% repeat business.
Reporting from Orange Beach, Alabama, I'm Rene Cloukey, NewSource 8.